nothing. All he cares about is trying to prove himself. Biden, on the other hand, is part of the swamp. He's part of the fucking problem. He's been a consistent problem since he's been on Capitol Hill for the remainder of his fucking career. He's been there for 50 years. This nigga ain't did nothing good, and in 50 years, everything he did fucks us over. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely go with Trump and then go with somebody who's been there for 50 fucking years, and every single thing he's ever did fucks us over. That nigga's our enemy. And if I have a chance to pick a motherfucker who is not a politician, who is a fucking celebrity to run this fucking country, just so that this country can understand that we're willing to choose this dumbass nigga over y'all until you guys straighten your shit up. Come out here, keep it real. Get on Twitter, get on all of these shit and talk to the younger people. Actually address us. Actually address the black community. Actually have some empathy for what we have right now. Understand who you are trying to appeal to. That's the one difference between Donald Trump and this motherfucking Biden. Biden don't give a fuck about appealing to us. This motherfucker went on a fucking radio station and said, "You ain't black if you ain't voting for me." You know why he used the word ain't? He's demoralizing black people by doing this, and motherfuckers actually thought he was doing something good. This is the problem with people. They don't understand people, man. That nigga Biden's a bitch.
Now he calling them brown and black people. He calling y'all down the brown and black people. I was like, what the fuck?
I think Trump does the same thing. Remember, have you seen the Troller, have you seen the clip where in South Carolina he was talking about the sneakers and he said that nigga, first of all, the nigga's funny. But he said
he's funny as shit, bro.
He is funny. But
I know what he's talking about. He said that the reason why I read sneakers is because I think that black people relate to that. They buy sneakers, they're into that. Now, this is the thing, though. I grew up in the 80s.
I did, too. We're the same age.
You know, I got a pair of Jordans. We the same age, right? So when we was going to school, they were coming out with Jordans back to back in the 90s. They came out with Scottie Pippen, Jordans, Deion Sanders. These kids, these days, they were in the shoes that we wore in high school. It's a fact. When you want to appeal to the black community, you have to do it through shoes and rap. Is he lying? Is he lying? Or do the black people in America spend more money on shoes than they spend on any policy or any legislation?
Else? Okay, so here's the thing, though. He's reducing the community to that, though.
He didn't reduce it. We were already there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We already do. Bro, if you see my closet, nigga, I got a whole wall full of shoes. And it's not because I'm ignorant. It's because this is how I was raised. It's the culture of America. That girl, Neen, in the comments, she got more fucking shoes than me. Our community that you can reach.
On American culture,
the fact that he actually,
culture no more. We don't
I'm talking about America. He's only appealing to America. We're not talking about no other country. He's the president of America. He's running for president of America.
He's not running for president of country versus family. We talking about society culture versus your own family culture.
But even at that,
our culture is intricate with rap, clothing, and shoes. It is. It's just a fact. Like getting mad at a white person for saying the truth is crazy to me. When they're sitting up there lying to you. You know what Biden said about black people? Let's talk about Biden versus Trump, right? So Trump said the shit about the shoes. What did Biden say? Biden said, oh, black people don't have IDs. We need to try to help black people get IDs. Do any of y'all not have IDs?
When did he
say that? Do you know any niggas in the project that can't get an ID?
I need to look that up.
He did say that. Bro, look, this is why when he first ran for office, right? He was saying that black people have a hard time voting because we don't have access to the internet.
Okay, I'm looking up.
Hood. I know niggas in the projects that got the internet. This nigga Biden is full of fucking shit. Why you making it seem like we some bitch ass niggas that can't get a fucking phone or can't get a fucking ID? Now you telling me this I should be mad because a nigga boss made some shoes and he's trying to appeal to the younger black Americans? No, nigga, I understand it. I get it more than the motherfucker just coming out and saying, we need to try to get y'all some IDs. Nigga, you don't know us. We got IDs. We don't need no motherfucking IDs. What the
Matter of
fuck?
fact, you're
That
trying to
nigga
get
Biden
matter of
is
fact,
full
you're
of
trying to
shit,
get them
bro.
motherfuckers
He
back.
don't even know one black. You know what Biden said about Barack Obama? This is the most intelligent, respectable black person I've ever met. That's what he said. Boy, you ain't never met. You've been working in Capitol Hill for 50 fucking years. And the first time you met Obama was the first black motherfucker you met with education. The only nigga, fuck Condoleezza
Okay.
Rice. All
But
of these other people
okay,
that, you know what I mean? We got motherfuckers sitting on the Supreme Court. And you just the only nigga you
Colin
know or
Powell.
recognize with any kind of formal education, Colin Powell.
Colin
You
Powell.
just beat the first
okay,
Colin
motherfucker.
Powell.
so
Like, that
okay,
nigga crazy, bro.
okay, so here's the thing, right? So now we gotta go against people who are saying the most disparaging things. But at the end of the day, who would you trust with the nuclear codes? Would you trust Biden or would you trust Donald Trump, who was a person who will basically nuke
Donald
us
Trump.
all because he?
Donald Trump.
Okay, all right,
That's an
all right.
easy. That's an easy answer. Who the motherfucker who's been playing with other countries? Who sat in the office and caused more war? So we both. This is the difference between this election and last election. So last election we didn't have a period. Y'all never seen Trump as a president. Y'all was just going off of rhetoric. Now Trump has been a president and Biden has been a president. Well, that last election you never seen Biden as president. So now Biden has been a president and Trump has been a president. Which one of them motherfuckers been in more war situations? Which one of them took us out of more war situations?
Certainly not Donald Trump.
Donald Trump
That would
took
be
us
Joe
out of
Biden.
war situations. Biden put us in war situations. Biden has literally been out of
And
his
he had the
fucking way.
borders on lock. And he had the borders on
Yeah.
lock.
This nigga took the money that they collected for what's the shit? The money that they were giving out called
Biden has
what was it like
sending money
restitution?
to countries
What was that restitution
we
money
don't
called?
even.
What was the restitution money called that they gave out during the pandemic?
The
Everybody,
PP loan.
yeah, the stimulus
Stimulus.
checks or whatever.
no, the stimulus
The
check.
PP
So
loan.
look, no, I'm talking about the stimulus. When they do the stimulus check, it's based off of money that's occurred, right, from the government. So there's a whole procedure on how they're supposed to give out this stimulus money. It's supposed to stimulate the economy. That's what it's called, stimulus. Guess what? Most of our stimulus money went to other countries while Biden was in office. You didn't get one stimulus check while Biden was in office, did you?
It went to
And
Ukraine.
I didn't get the stimulus check because I earned too much.
It
But
was
for
$1 million
the
went to
the
Ukraine.
stimulus
This is
check,
a personal
it went to
thing.
Ukraine and it went to Israel. Literally.
Well,
Exactly.
Ukraine
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Israel.
Like Biden
people
has us
people
sending
did
money
get
to
Biden's a
countries
stimulus
kid,
that
checks,
man.
Roland.
but
People
Biden has
did
us
get
supporting
stimulus
wars
checks.
that we
People
don't
did
even
get them.
understand. That's the crazy
People did
part.
get them.
We
As a matter of
supporting
fact,
wars
people
that we don't
got
even
so much
understand.
money
I'm
that they
into
ran
a
out of
stimulus
money
check for the president. First you.
quite some time. You know, people got a lot of money with those stimulus checks. It was a lot.
Grand Rising, this is the thing. People in America were supposed to get stimulus checks. It was a pandemic. That's the thing. And then also, because of the pandemic, we had inflation. But instead of him giving out stimulus checks to American citizens, he gave it to Israel. It's still coming out of our taxes, bro. We're paying for Israel right now in this tax season. We're paying for Israel and Ukraine right
And
now.
Ukraine.
Thanks to
Well,
Biden.
I think that
Thanks to Biden.
there's a there
That's
there is a
bullshit,
difference.
bro.
There is a difference, brother.
Exactly.
So
No,
when
it's
you
not.
look at
No, it's
what
not. Because look, we sending our money to white people. Like he literally has us sending our money to white people overseas.
okay, so tell me
Ain't
why
that
it's not a
fucked up?
difference. I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear your
Because
perspective.
we're literally bankrolling a war that we're not involved in, doesn't affect us at all, and quite frankly, a lot of Americans don't even understand in the first damn place. So
Okay,
Biden really has the
all right.
country fucked up.
Can you tell us what law or what statute that is?
Yeah, say he
Are you
can just
kidding
go to
me?
war.
It's
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? That's not a statute. That's the stimulus check. Go look
exactly.
at the last stimulus bill. He gave it to the last one he gave to Israel. The one before that he gave to Ukraine. This is actual fact. We're not talking rhetoric right now. We're talking factual shit. This dude has
Exactly.
been in the office for
So
4 years almost, and he's literally giving out more money to other countries than he did to us. And the thing about it is, the president. We all know the president is part of the executive branch, right? The executive branch don't have the power that everybody thinks they have. You know, they have the power over the military. That's what they have the power over. And then they have the power to do executive orders. Now, mind you, this is their main power, executive orders, right? So what did Biden do his executive orders for? Did he do it for the black people that stood up and voted for him to get him in office against Trump when we thought Trump was racist? Did he do anything for them? No. You know what he did an executive order for? He did an executive order for transgender children, for kids to become transgender children and to compete in transgender athletes. He also did an executive order for Asians because he did an Asian crime bill that said if you did something to an Asian, it's a hate crime. Now, mind you, black people been getting killed by police unarmed for generations.
Exactly.
Shouldn't it be a hate crime if you killed an unarmed black person? For a cop,
Congress,
he could have done a bill like that.
Hold on.
He didn't do shit, bro.
Congress hold on, wait.
He didn't just open up the border. He even busting people from state to state. Can everybody
listen?
Please, one
Congress
at a time. Please.
Listen. Congress failed to pass an anti-lynching law to help out black people during the Biden administration, but they managed to help out Asian people, give them economic relief and a whole bunch of shit and a bunch of protection rights just for Asian people. Meanwhile, black people haven't received any of the same rights despite having a more traumatic history. So to me, that makes no sense at all.
He said the black people money.
He said the black people money went to getting that lady out of the Russian prison for bringing weed to the Olympics. That's what y'all money.
Oh, you talking about the basketball player?
Yeah, I'm just talking shit.
Right.
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah. I believe it though. But the thing about it is, so when you look at presidents, in order to see what they actually done, you don't look at the bills that got passed when they were there. This is rhetoric. This is when they're running for office. They always try to say, "Well, the economy is doing better." They don't have shit to do with the economy, to be honest with you. The executive branch doesn't have power over that. You have the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. So once we learn what every branch does, we understand that he doesn't have the power to do half of the shit that they claim he does, including Trump. Trump is a lie too. He'll lie, motherfucker. He'll say, "Oh yeah, when I was in office, this went down and unemployment went down." Yeah, it did. It did because of the time period that it was in. But then COVID hit, and you didn't have no effect on that, and it changed. So the reality of it is, the executive branch don't have power to fucking do shit except for control the fucking military and do executive orders. So here you had this nigga Biden in office for 4 years. He did executive orders. So now we gotta go look at the executive orders that he actually did to see if he was a good president. Once we go look at those executive orders, we'll see that this motherfucker didn't give a fuck about us. He don't give a fuck about America anyway. Him and his son was over there stealing money for Ukraine the whole time they was in fucking office. Then they got fucking cracked for the shit. Then his son got cracked for using dope and getting his dick sucked while he was driving in the car. And this is all the fucking shit he ever did. He did an executive order for transgender children. He did an executive order for Asian hate crime, and that's it. This bitch ass nigga didn't do shit. Now go look at Trump. Trump did an executive order. First of all, he got Kodak Black out of jail. Free KodakBlack.com because Kodak Black actually, a young motherfucker trying to make it in this American society. On top of that, he had made sure that the HBCUs didn't ever have to ask for government funding because that's not fair that HBCUs have to ask for it and other colleges don't. So let's just talk about that. Okay. Now let's get to this. This nigga also wrote a platinum plan. So he wrote a platinum plan that pinpointed the black community in our struggle, right? He didn't get a chance to implement it because niggas didn't want to vote for him again. So I looked at the platinum plan. It's bullshit, but it's something. Biden has offered you niggas nothing.
Okay, neither did Donald Trump. But are you familiar with the fact that Donald Trump shot down that donation to the HBCUs? Are you familiar with that?
He the one that made sure that they couldn't get the loan, that they didn't have to ask for a loan. He didn't shoot it down. He the one that put it into place. He didn't shoot it down. What are you talking about?
Yes,
Show
he
me
did.
that.
I will. Give me 1 second.
Not no article neither.
So what would you consider to be evident? Because
Scholarly
articles
journal.
You know,
write about
I'm
these
talking
kinds
about
of things.
the same shit that you would have to use if you was in college, right? Reliable resources.
A
Absolutely.
You know, the
scholarly
internet
Yeah.
can give
journal.
you an article. So yeah, so no, the only reason why I said not articles is because people will go show me a New York Times Democratic-led article that said that Trump did this and it'd be bullshit. And I go fact check it and it'd be bullshit. Come on
Okay,
now.
wait a minute.
You know I know.
So
Facebook, all that
I
shit.
it doesn't
Facebook is
matter.
internet. Facebook
It
is
doesn't
Democrat.
matter
CBS is
if it's a
Democrat.
Democrat
You
or
know, yes,
Republican or what have you. What matters is
it does.
can the information be substantiated? That's what
That's a fact.
matters,
I agree with
right?
that. I agree
All
with that.
right.
But if you show me an
So if
article by a Democrat, I have to go substantiate it myself. That's why I'm saying instead of you making me go do work, give me something that's reliable from the gate. That way I don't have to be like, oh,
of
this shit came
course,
from CBS. Yeah,
absolutely,
okay.
because
That's
my
what I'm
thing
saying.
is that because the truth is the truth, it shouldn't be difficult to substantiate.
That's a fact.
You know what
You
I'm
got fact
saying?
checkers out there.
That's
I
where I'm
agree
at
with
with
that.
it. Give me 1 second.
You know I know you know. Tyler, come on, man.
Even like I said, I get a chance to throw
You know
in my
your
border
ABC?
thing again. Hey,
What's
that's
up,
what the
man?
like I say, even Trump or even Biden did that. Like I say, he even have buses at the border shipping people to different states now.
My son up in here saying it's ABC. Yeah, but as I remember though, Trump signed a executive order to get the HBCUs not to have to ask for government funding. So, and they can get the funding directly from their own sources. So that's what I remember. I want to see something else that proves otherwise. I don't know how to fix this.
There you go, brother.
Fucking up to see
They
that
say your
time.
DMs. Now,
Yeah.
question: do you consider PolitiFact to be
Credible.
incredible? Yeah.
PolitiFact. I think PolitiFact is all right. I don't know if
Right.
they who they get their funding through though, but I'll fuck with PolitiFact.
Absolutely. But you know, regardless of what it is, due diligence is very prime. So we can take it and we can go down a rabbit hole. But I think that at the end of the day, he said yes in the beginning, and then he said no because there was this whole notion of being able to talk about history and all of this other shit that he just really wasn't supportive of. You know,
I
I
don't see it in
appreciate
my
Trump.
DM. You send it in my messages. I don't see it.
You don't see it? I put it in your DM.
You sure you put it in this one right here? Because I'm
Absolutely.
looking at it right now.
I put it in your
Maybe.
DM.
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm following you, man. Right.
No, you're not.
I got you now. That's what it was. Damn, I thought I was following you this whole time. That's how you know I don't
Nah,
be checking.
nah. You don't fuck with small people.
Small people, what the fuck? I already knowing you for a minute. I fuck with you, Grand Rising. I've been fucking with you. I probably just because we see each other on the same panel most of the
Yeah,
time.
most of
I
the
don't
time.
really look to see if
Absolutely.
I'm on people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know where I'm gonna see them at. Right? It didn't show up still though.
Okay,
It's
let me
not
do it
there.
again. Hold on.
Maybe Vigo blocked it.
I'll do it one more
Right.
time. 'Cause this shit be fucking crazy. All right, there it is.
Baby,
Right,
I didn't even
right
know
there.
Baby was
I
with
just resent
Tony
it to you.
Braxton. So I think it's Aussie now.
Okay.
Damn, I gotta get off of here just to see it. Yeah, it won't let me stay on here and check it. I'm gonna check it out though for sure. If I'm wrong about it, I'm wrong about it. But last time I checked, he tried to offer the HBCU grant exoneration. But either way it goes, though, your boy Biden didn't even think about doing it.
Well, I think. Well, let's talk about the student loans, which is a whole different thing. And the thing about it, being a president, you are president of an entire group of different groups. So, whatever the most impressing or dynamic thing that is in place, the president typically goes after. But here's the thing. I think that when it comes to black people we don't really ask for anything. What do we ask for? Because I don't hear that. I don't hear that. I hear that give us, give us, give us, give us. But what are we asking for? What are we putting our money behind? Because that's how
Well, black
politics
people been
works.
asking for reparations for generations. In California, the only state that actually put it on the ballot. That's one thing. Black people also have been asking for police brutality to be examined at least by somebody, so they could have made a hate crime. If Biden would have did the same thing he did for the Asians and said that it's a hate crime if you kill a black person that's unarmed, the police would think twice before they pull their gun. And that's a fact. That's a fact because a hate crime is different than any other crime. A hate crime is addressed by you won't go to no board. You go directly to superior court and you're facing the death penalty immediately with a hate crime. This is why when they establish hate crime, it changes the dynamic of that crime. So if they would establish a hate crime for cops killing unarmed black people, every single cop in America would have changed the way that they looked at black people and changed how they handle black people. And that would have changed how people get killed.
Absolutely. And yes, but we're not asking for those things. We're not.
Definitely pinpoint black people a little bit more. We have been asking for those things. I mean, Black Lives Matter, even though I don't fuck with them niggas was going around talking about that shit for years now. We have people in the legislation. You have Initiative Justice. Initiative Justice didn't put up so much legislation that they didn't shut down in the Supreme Court. It's a shame. You got to go to the Supreme Court meetings to see what black people have been asking for. They have been asking for this. This is not something that I'm talking about in the media being asked for. I'm talking about when you go to Supreme Court or when you go to your community center, which I do. I go to my community center. Black people are asking for them to establish some kind of policing on the police, other than what are them people call internal affairs? Because internal affairs is not doing their fucking job, and that's clear. Even though I think that some of this shit is exaggerated by the media when it comes to police brutality, I do still think that internal affairs are not accountable for them not doing their job. We don't have no kind of accountability for internal affairs. And internal affairs are the people who are put in place by the police in order to police the police. They're not doing their fucking job in this country. That's a fact. So when it comes to black communities in general, they have to stop and frisk and all of this other shit. We also wanted that shit to stop. Now, this is something that I disagree with Donald Trump on, because Donald Trump was for the stop and frisk until niggas got on his fucking ass. But see, that's the difference between what I'm saying about Trump and Biden. Donald Trump, though, is influential. That means, like, if we say that's bullshit, Donald Trump, he gonna be like, no, I ain't with that shit either. I'm cool off of that. If you do that to Biden gonna double down on it. Like, Biden might tell you, all right, look, I'm not gonna do no stop and frisk. Then he get in the office and he gonna do stop and frisk anyway. He's a slump, bro. He's a real politician. That's the difference between the two. I don't believe that Donald Trump is no savior, no great man, none of this shit. I do believe that he's more influential. I believe that this motherfucker will get on TikTok where a nigga like me can say some shit to him and make him change his fucking mind about some shit that's real. And he'll go look into it and be like, damn, it's a real problem. I want to be the one that changes. He's so narcissistic that you can get him to do anything on anybody's behalf, except for that border shit. He not fucking with that. If you a Mexican and you trying to keep the borders open, Donald Trump is not fucking with that. And I'm not fucking with that either, because I grew up in California. So I know what it means to keep these borders closed. If you're not on Mexico border, you don't know what the fuck is going on. So when Donald Trump was saying, Donald Trump had a news clip that they kept showing, and he kept saying, what's on, Bubba? I ain't just doing that. But Donald Trump had a news clip where they were saying, where Donald Trump was saying they're sending their people, right? And some of them are rapists, some of them are murderers, and I assume that some of them are good people. We all know the clip, right? This is the clip that they used to promote that he was racist. Now, I live in California. I was in prison. Most of the child molesters that were coming into prison were Mexicans. And guess what? Most of the rapists that were coming into prison were Mexicans. And you know what they thought? They would get convicted and go right back over the border and not have to pay for their crimes. You know who's killing black people out here? Mexicans. Illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants. When I was growing up in the hood, in Hoover, like our biggest enemy is the South Low. Guess who the South Low are?
Y'all niggas scary.
Illegal Mexicans.
Y'all niggas
illegal. You think it's scary, nigga? We out here murdering them niggas and they murdering us. But the difference between them and us, the difference between me and them is I was born here. They weren't. They're sending immigrants that can kill one of us and run back to Mexico. It happens all the fucking time. Before the police catch them, they kill us and they run back to Mexico. So I want you to do your research on this. Donald Trump was going around with a kid, with this black man. His kid was from Black P-Stones. I know this nigga. This nigga had a son from Black P-Stones who got accepted into college and on a football scholarship. And that dude went to a party around the corner from his house. And he left the party early because he knew he had to get up. And because he left the party early, the 18th Street followed him and murdered him in front of his house. His dad watched him fucking die. That's who was with Donald Trump when he said that. That same exact speech. That guy was sitting right there in the front speech. Let me tell you who else was there. It was a woman whose daughter got killed by the MS-13s in New York. The MS-13s are from California. They made it all the way to New York. So now they in New York with gangs. And guess what they did to that little girl? She was 15 years old. They raped her and hit her with a fucking, what's some big ass knife called that they use in the Middle East? The fucking machete. They fucked her over with a fucking machete, my nigga. And the point of vote for those crimes is the person that did it left and went to fucking Mexico. Both of them. We can't find these people. They're gone. They did it. The cops investigated
about Mexico being rapists and whatever when he was a part of the whole regime himself.
Well, see, that's the thing.
But the point is,
a Mexican actually hit my car and he didn't have insurance.
The only person I ever seen shine a light on it was Donald Trump. When Donald Trump, and I seen this shit from one of the comedians, right? And he said some real shit. When Donald Trump came in the first election, he was going against Hillary Clinton. He said, the whole fucking system is crooked. And Hillary Clinton, and I know this was during the debate. Yeah, he said, well, how do you know the system is crooked? He said, because I use it. And then Hillary Clinton yelled, but you don't pay your taxes. And he said, exactly. I haven't paid taxes for years because I'm rich. He's the only motherfucker willing to throw himself underneath the bridge to tell the fucking truth. We only had one motherfucker in our whole entire life get into TV and start telling the fucking truth. And that was Donald Trump. And y'all don't want to vote for this man. I don't understand that. That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get.
Is the appeal that, he is transparent according to what he can recall and what he chooses to put out there? Or is it the fact that because we did have a conversation on policy, brother. I said, what policies is he running on that you fuck with? You didn't say any policies.
I said the platinum plan. I said the platinum plan.
Trust law.
And he said drug law.
The platinum plan is not what he's running on today.
Okay. Yep. No, he's still running on the platinum plan. He's still saying he's going to initiate the platinum plan. He ran on the platinum plan the last election and this election. He's still trying to push the platinum plan. So, yeah, that's one of the main things.
Can you send me a clip where he says,
and he's still not facing any charges because he's running on trust law?
Excuse me,
I wanted to send you a clip. I'm gonna send you his memorandum for his agenda as a president. The platinum plan is still a part of that. He's not going out and speaking about it. It's still a part of his actual plan. So when you go check into Donald Trump and what his memorandum of what he's going to establish when he becomes the president, all presidents have this when they're running. A memorandum that says what bills they're going to establish. Okay, so when you go look up Trump, it's going to be in there. The platinum plan is still there. It hasn't left.
Okay.
So he has a platinum plan.
Gotcha.
His last election, he has it now. So that's what I'm fucking with. And I don't even, and I also, I mean, the bigger part of why I'm fucking with him is because he's not fucking Biden. You know what I mean? And I do want them to change the way they run politics in this country. The way that they've been doing politics in this country as normal is not good. So at the end of the day, we do need to start picking from the regular people in this country to get a president inside of the office, because it's not a hard job. This is the thing. I understand what presidents do, and most people that are voting don't. They think this nigga has power over everything, and he don't. He don't have power for the economy. He's not going to change gas prices. He's not going to change rent control. He's not going to change none of the shit that everybody thinks he can change. Biden or fucking Donald Trump. They don't have that type of power. The only power they have is the executive power. So, and I understand that. So the president itself, they have no real fucking actual power. So this is why I'm saying it's important to put a motherfucker in there that's a regular motherfucker swamp in there. Huggy.
Huggy. She's even did it in my apartment. So I know it's always a lie.
Huggy. Mute yourself, bro. We can hear you.
Sorry, Salakia, troll. My bad. Hey,
no, he meant to come up here and not mute himself. That's what he did.
Listen, bro, you know damn well if I knew I was unmuted, you know what the fuck? Pardon me. Go ahead, troll. And that's a mighty breakdown you're doing about Trump too. Go ahead, bro.
So the only thing I'm saying, Grand Rising, I don't think he's a great white hope. I don't think that Biden is a great white hope. I don't really trust white people as a whole, straight across. I don't give a fuck about politics like that, except for local politics. I care more about local politics than I care about any of that shit that's going on in Capitol Hill. I'm from California. I was out there with Initiative Justice and ADOS when we was trying to get the reparations shit on the bill. And now that it's on the bill, I'm also trying to push for them to get a reparation community to actually dish out this money. I'm more concerned about California than I am about America, for sure, because I understand that every state individually is its own country. My bad. The United States is not a country; it's a business, and since it's a business, every single state is its own actual country. So that's the reality of life.
Hey, troller.
That's the reality of it. So if they pushing on the news about us voting for Donald Trump or Biden, it's bullshit. But I would like to see that it be represented by a person who was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, on WWF, in every rap video, who took Omarosa and made something out of her on TV. I'd rather see a celebrity like him represented in the White House than fucking Biden, for sure. All day, every day.
And not only am I working with my brother Troller, but I want to ask Troller this question too. Hey, Troll, concerning this man,
Kanye, I would vote for Kanye.
I'll definitely take Kanye. Look, we know business will be good.
The question is more of a experience
because
remember
we had this some eons ago, Troller. That
this nigga has 50 years of experience and did nothing good. Biden.
That's right, Troller. And Troll, what do we know? We know everything you was just saying, so I don't want to reiterate what the brother already said, but we know what, Troller, America's a business, it's a corporation. So why would I not want a real life businessman who knows how to get to the top of business running the country that I have to live in? And I can't speak for Troller, but I guarantee you, when you get to the essence of what he's saying, not that I want you to, deal with the meat and potatoes, because he's got the information. It is what it is. All right. Just like me breaking down the Bible, just deal with it or leave the Bible alone. But if you're going to deal with politics, Troller has the meat and potatoes of it. So either you're going to listen to somebody who knows what they're talking about or not. Troller, a businessman, would you? Well, I already know you personally, so I know who you would want running the country. But now dealing with Trump, is there anything that, let's say he gets back in office as he should, is there anything that you know, now the Israelite shit, like, all right, nigga, you back in office, you doing that. Now, what are you doing for the Israelites? You understand? Pardon me. I know you ain't going to call them that, but basically the niggas, right? and not
But
with our
y'all
hands out.
some
Not
did though.
men like
I
me
might
and
not
you.
say you guys are
Hey,
the people of
Trolla,
the Bible,
men
but
like me
Donald
and you,
Trump
we
said
not
that.
sitting there.
You know
We
that,
not
right?
sitting there with our hands out. We getting to the money, taking care of our families, because that's how men like us are. But on an
Yeah, I'm
overall
down,
scale, yeah, I could
I
never
didn't even,
live like
I
that.
didn't even get
Get
the
to
PPP loan, and I should have got it because it was actually for people like me. But because some of my friends who were getting it were pretty much scammers, and I knew it was a scam. I knew, how my family, some of the people in my family rock, right? My cousins and shit. I knew how they rock. So when they was doing it, I was like, I ain't trying to do none of that shit. I'm cool. That was the only people that actually came and approached me with it. And it's my fault because I didn't do the actual research about the actual shit to see what it was. If I would have known what it was, I would have got it. Because that's free money. I don't. I ain't about to pass up on no money I could use as an investment. But I didn't get it because I've seen too many people scamming off of it. So when it comes to like handout shit, I don't fuck around. My mom have a 5-bedroom house out here in California. When I paroled, I lived off of Skid Row, and I was unwilling to live with her because I just don't want to live off of a fucking woman. And I told her that, and she thought I was crazy. And I still made my fucking way. It was less than a year, and she had to come back and be like, I respect the fucking decision that you made. But she was pissed off when I was doing it. She was pissed off. She was highly pissed off. She said, "Yo, you making it look bad, like our family don't care about you." And I'm like, that don't matter to me. Y'all took care of me while I was in prison, and I refuse to take from a woman at all. You know what I mean? So this is exactly why I don't believe in. If I'm dealing with a woman, I don't believe in her having to go to a 9 to 5 to pay no fucking bills. Like, I'll be damned if I'm sitting here and my woman's stressed out about trying to pay a fucking bill. And I can, I believe below my means. I don't live above my means. I stay in the same place. I stay with, I bought a reasonable car, bought all of that shit. I don't try to floss out on niggas. You know what I mean? I have a gold chain. This is gold, but it's just $7,000. I didn't pay $20,000 on no fucking chain. I didn't go out there and buy all of this glamorous shit. I can afford some of that shit too, though. But I'm not going to do it because I'd rather pay the bills than
we walking with you.
But see, here's the thing.
No, we walking.
And that's what a man does.
We need more
that
men
means
like
that you were on the
explaining that
Kevin
to the young men.
Samuel side of the conversation. So
that-
how did you navigate
Go ahead,
that
brother.
shit? Because, according to you, you fall into the example of what Kevin Samuel says was a high value nigga. So how did it was a lot of that shit going on back,
I've been a high value nigga. Let me, brother, and I'm gonna let you get that question to my brother Troller. Right? No, right here. No, I'm not brother. I'm not like that. Please, brother. I just wanted to say one thing, brother. I'm not. Wouldn't violate you like that, bro. Hey, Troll, tell him we not like that, bro. If I may, I just want to say one thing. If you say no, then I won't say it. Brother, would you rather me not say it and you talk to just go ahead and talk to my bro? Sir, would that make you feel like I'm respecting you more? All right, well, I'm gonna just say this real quick. Bro, we not like that over here, man. Like I don't get this internet shit. But anyway, a Troll, and I really was trying to ask the brother, but it seems like he took something I said as disrespectful. Brother, what I was gonna ask was, like, concerning, the financial, brother, are you still here, brother? Or is it like you're not going to talk because Huggy's speaking? Brother Grand Rising? You know what, Troller? I'm muting the fuck out. Troller, this shit is getting corny now, bro. I'm telling you, this shit is getting corny, but I'm going to mute out, nigga. Go ahead, Troll. I'd rather the people learn. If they learning, I don't care if it's you, AJ, I don't give a damn. As long as they learning, but I can't talk here not too much longer. Go ahead, Troller. You got it, man.
The only thing I'm gonna say about that high value man shit, like, I agree with Kevin Samuels on a lot of shit. That's one thing I disagree with him on. I think value don't come from your income. It comes from how you treat your family and how much time and effort you put into, raising your kids, and how much effort you put into treating your woman good. So, but when it comes to like the morals. So like, but when it comes to money, right? He said that you have to operate within 7 years, above 6 figures, and be a part of a community of people who also make the same. This is what he considered to be a high value man. I haven't been doing it for 7 years, so I wouldn't even be in that category because there's only been 2.5 years for me. Making over 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 years, really, 2 years. So if we're going on tax season, so this is the second tax season this year. This year I made 171. The year before last, though, when I was hosting, because of this app, I made over that. You know, and I do understand my income changed because I was getting free income. Also, I had started a business that was profit. But so by the beginning of this year, because of the business that I started had failed, the Amazon business, I kind of like lost some money. Well, the beginning of the last year, I mean. So, you know, this tax season, I'm kind of paying for that. But with that being said, though, I mean, 5 more years, I got to maintain in this position, which is not going to be a problem for me. And I do have a community of people who make similar. My mom is an attorney. My sister's a doctor. Her husband's a doctor. You know what I mean? My brother, he owns his own business. My sister, my homeboy, he's also in the trucking industry. My cousin's in the trucking industry. Everybody I actually fuck with are making 6 figures. That's a fact. I've never, you know, I don't really go out with people. The people you see me out with, they making good money. And that's in my peer group. They all making good money, which is a blessing, you know. So I do think eventually I will be in that category. But with that being said, I don't think that was a real situation, though. I think that people with morals and values are the people who are high value. Value is what you bring into somebody's life, not how much you make. You know what I mean? It's what you do with what you make that makes you valuable to me.
My question was,
absolutely. I think that what really makes a person a high value person is the person who is.
My question was, when
do you have
some people be making a high figure money, and then they say they don't want their wife to work? Oh, cool. But what if the woman wants to work, and you know, some of them says they don't have that option to work? Would you let your woman still work if she want to work?
Me personally,
what you mean let? I don't understand that. I mean that. I mean,
to troll her,
let
it was
is
to
a very.
The question was to troll her.
Okay, I'm glad it is to troll.
Oh, so for me, bro. For me, I was raised in an Islamic household, so I was raised underneath Hadith, and that you know, I don't believe in the religion part of it no more, but I do understand the Hadith part of it.
Prophet Muhammad said some real shit. He said that when a woman has to work, when she has to work to pay bills, she becomes more aggressive and more masculine. Now, I've been on this app for a long time, and I noticed that the women who are single and that have to pay their bills, they are more aggressive. They are masculine. So it's not about her working. It's about her working and having to pay bills. When you have to rely off a woman going to work and she has to answer to her boss, she has another man. And because she has to answer to that man at work, she's not going to correctly come home and answer to you the same way. You have to treat one of you guys differently. You cannot serve 2 masters at one time. And that's the problem. So if you have a woman going to work and she can't quit anytime she wants to, so the difference is, yeah, my woman can work, but she's not going to be relied upon. Like, she can work, but it's right. Not, if she loses her job, we're not going to fall apart. She knows that if she goes to work, all the bills are going to be handled no matter what. So if you bring in anything, it's just extra. You see what I'm saying? Right. But if I have to rely on her to pay bills, that means she's going to come up in the house and make me her bitch. And I'm not doing that. I've been in that situation before. And I'm telling you, you know, from experience, any man saying that, you know, this is every man's experience, but I'm just telling you, like I would tell my son that, you know what I mean? You don't rely on a woman to pay your bills. They're not built for that. They are going to treat you masculine. They are going to talk to you in a different type of way. They are going to put you down. You're going to have a woman that can be in that position and also keep femininity. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's a very small percentage of women that's doing that. And Kevin was exposing that all of these women who they still was calling Kevin Samuels, talked about, I want to hire you, man. But you know why? Because a woman, she's not meant to pay the bills. That's different stress than she needs. Her body is designed to birth. She's designed to be a nurturer. She's designed to be, when you come and say, baby, how was your day? And make your day better. What she's designed to do. She is not designed to have the of the world. We're designed for that. Motors, norms, everything is designed for war. So when I go out and I have to fight for our fucking bread, and you know what it is to work, it's stolen out here getting that fucking money. We don't answer all our cries sometimes and talk to motherfuckers in this way we want to talk to. We also got to be strong at times. We got to watch our back out here in the elements. That's not a woman to do. She's not designed to be a hunter.
And of course, Salakia, if there was somebody else that was in line to speak, please speak, brother or sister. We're all good here. I just didn't hear anybody speaking, and that's why I'm saying, hey, what that nigga was just saying, guys, if he's wrong, I'm going to tell you he's wrong. But if he's right, I'm going to tell you he's right. Everything Chola just said was 100% right. Now, this is my job, to fix our community. So if what he's saying is right, and it would help me fix our community, all I need right now is the opposing point of view. Either prove him wrong. No, I didn't say disrespect him. I didn't say fight with him. I didn't say he a nut ass nigga or you bitch ass. I don't listen. Y'all do that internet shit. Real adults, and I didn't say real men to my sisters. Adults, we don't behave like that on the internet, guys. We don't behave like that in the street. I know Troller couldn't have been a nut ass nigga in the street or when he was booked up. Bros, he wouldn't have made it out. With all due respect and honor. You know, so y'all want to call me some Joe ass nigga or a nut ass nigga because I keep telling y'all he's my brother. Why? I'm not allowed to be brothers with Troller? Y'all only good if you see me and Troller fighting? That shit is insane to me. That's why I'm doing the same thing I've done from day one. I'm watching Troller speak. Either I agree with it or I disagree. And if I disagree, I tell Troller humbly, hey, I don't know, brother. That's off right there. And I'm ready to prove it. And Troller will say, well, go ahead, Huggy. Prove that I'm wrong. As a man, he don't fear hearing he's wrong. He just wants you to prove it. He just wants to make sure it ain't your opinion.
Yeah, but even if he was
that's
wrong,
Troller.
Like, I'm sure that, you know, when it comes to correction, you got to have a relationship for that. You know what I'm saying? And my question is, what was your relationship prior to saying, or really putting in the opportunity for correction?
Wait, so you think I'm not allowed to correct?
No.
That
did you hear
man?
the question?
Yeah.
Did you hear the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. What I heard you say that I'm not allowed to correct unless we have some sort of rapport.
My question was, what was your relationship when you decided to correct him?
Now that confuses me. What do you mean? What was my relation? What does it matter? Can I ask that?
What does it
Can
matter?
I ask that?
Well,
what is my
I
relationship?
think that first of all, like Troller is a man in his 40s, and to impose the fact that you disagree with something, why should he give a fuck? Because you see a different perspective. So my question is, I'm curious because obviously there was a dissension, and you said, here's how I see it differently. What I'm asking you is, what was the relationship, and how did you know, basically, what was the relationship between you and him to where you felt the need to share the fact that you disagree as if that means something?
Well, brother, because it all means it, like, okay, we cannot fix our community if the people who've been had their hand in the pot of wanting to fix our community, if their voices don't matter, then it's all for naught, right? Like Troller speaks his piece, and when Troller says, hey, y'all, and he puts it on the table, he says, this is what we need to do to fix our community. Now, if you want me to be geographical and deal with where Troller, the world he comes from, which is a world I don't. And the gang politics and the things, I mean, I respect in depth. It's just, I just want to make sure I understand it so I can be good out there. He's good. It's what he grew up in. So if he says this is how we fix our community and it's involving those politics, then yeah, Huggy don't have no voice in that because that's not my lane. And I have to, if I'm talking about fixing up South Central with the assistance of Troller and other brothers from South Central, I got to go off their word. And then your question makes sense to me. But if you're asking me as an overall, like not just Troller's hood, but Texas, the hoods we got out in Toronto in Canada, because there's hoods out there too, right? The hoods we got in Miami, if that's what we're talking about, then I don't understand why my voice wouldn't matter. You feel me, brother? Like, I don't understand why my voice wouldn't matter then. Does that make sense to you? Number 7? Okay. So is people leaving? Is that what's going on? Number 8? Do you know what's going on? Is that everybody leaving? Organic? What's going on?
Organic was never here. She been on what's it called all the time, the whole time. She ain't said nothing the whole time.
She was asleep the whole time. Okay, sis was probably tired. It's okay. She's entitled to be tired. Do you know, is everybody leaving? Is that what happened, brother?
It looks that way.
Okay. Well, are you leaving, brother?
If you leave, I'll probably leave not too long after. I don't know. Just chilling right now.
I mean, me too. That's I was from the conversation. I hope, like Troller, no, I'd rather, ask him, the fuck is that? But if he left and, no doubt. But the other brother, I wish he was still here because he didn't give me a fair chance to respond to him. So say it again.
How you doing?
Shalom, Elder. Shalom. How you feeling, sir?
I'm good. Beautiful, you an icon on here. You know that?
Say it again, sir.
I'll tell you. Listen to me without you interrupting me, Troll. Not Troll. I've been knowing you for a long time. You've been on here. Listen to me, Huggy. You've been on here with King Howard, Cool Haitian, Troller, J Mo. You know
this? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Elder?
Huggy?
Yes, sir, Elder.
Did you hear me?
No, you broke out the last part.
Did you hear what I said? I said you've been on here with all these icons, all these Beagle legend guys. Everybody except one guy, one individual guy. He's still up to the same old trick. That's cool. That's Cool and Haitian. We all know who you are.
Who's the one?
You know who